Hey, well, guess who I found? I'm here at Northview High School. We got a great matchup between Northview and Pigeon Forge, but you know what? I've got to introduce you to two state runner-up champions right beside me. We're going to start to my right. Who do we have beside me?
Allie Caton, and I'm a senior.
All right, and to my left?
I'm Campbell Penland, and I'm a freshman.
Okay, well, first tell me about the experience of being able to go to state championship your first year as a team.
Well, I was very nervous going into the state tournament because I'd never been before, but Allie and Heidi really made it a lot easier going through it.
Awesome. Now, you seem to be the veteran on this team. I understand it's not your first rodeo to the state. Talk about your experience leading up to this experience.
Well, it's just been me and Heidi for a few years now, and it's been a lot of pressure because we both have to play good in order to succeed in our season, and we ended this season undefeated in our regular season, and we just worked hard these past 5 years to build up to this, and it was a big accomplishment for Northview and for the golf team to be able to bring home a runner-up state title.
Well, ladies, you know, that is so awesome, and once again, congratulations to both of you. I got a quick question, especially for you. This being your senior year, do you plan on playing golf in college?
I might walk on somewhere, but I would rather focus on my studies. I'm going to be a pre-med major.
Okay, pre-med, that's awesome. And a question for you, you're just a freshman, but you got 3 more years to go. You plan on playing golf in college?
Well, I play basketball, and I really like it, but I also really like golf too. So whichever one I get the opportunity, that's what I'm thinking.
Sounds great. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, 2 outstanding students as well as athletes right here at Northview Academy.
Welcome to the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. I'm Ralph Miranda along with Jonathan Crompton, and tonight we're at Northview Academy for the region battle between the Cougars of Northview Academy and the Tigers of Pigeon Forge. And Jonathan, key game tonight for Pigeon Forge. They're 1-1 in the region. You got to figure out Coa and Austin East are kind of the class of this region, but if Pigeon Forge can win tonight, they get close to securing that 3rd spot against a team in Northview Academy that has yet to win a region game.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit earlier. Right before we set up, that Pigeon Forge, they really need this, because like you said, they can lock up 3rd place, essentially not guaranteed, but they can really be on their way to locking it up. Northview, they're here as the spoiler tonight in my mind. They're going to try to ruin the 3rd place for Pigeon Forge, and it looks to be a good game tonight. I mean, we got run heavy Pigeon Forge, kind of 50-50 in Northview, so it's going to be a good matchup.
And an important game for Pigeon Forge because they play Austin East next week and then Kingston, 2 teams that are right above them in the schedule. So stay with us. When we come back, we'll have the kickoff of the Cougars against the Tigers right here at Northview Academy. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Tasha Bradley for Your High School Sports. We're here at Northview Academy, and they're playing Pigeon Forge, so they're big rivals. We're here tonight giving out some Krispy Kreme donuts. You guys want a donut?
Yeah!
All right. Get to it.
Hey, I better be getting wait a second. Hey. Still got 4 more.
Okay, now interview one up, ask him how it is.
Amazing donuts, thank you.
Best donut I've ever had.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want 1 or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
So, tell me how it is.
It's great. It's delicious.
Delicious?
Yeah.
You excited about the game?
Yeah.
Good deal. All right, well, those donuts went really fast this time.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want 1 or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Hey, look who it is, Coach Meadows. Hi, how are you doing tonight? Would you like to try a donut?
I'd love one.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Well, that's fantastic.
Pretty good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Have a good night.
You too. Thank you.
So clean, so shiny, your car will look brand new at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash. Choose from a basic car wash to the manager special, or purchase a monthly pass where you can go once a day, every day for a month. The neon lights look so cool while your car gets a fantastic wash in just minutes. So, get the best car wash in town at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash, located on Wears Valley Road, right across from Clabough's Campground. Open 8 to 8.
Welcome back to your high school sports. We got a good one for you tonight. Pigeon Forge at Northview Academy. I'm Ralph Miranda along with Jonathan Crompton, ready to call our third game in our Your High School Sports series of games of this 2017 season. Pigeon Forge ready to kick off from their own 40. Number 4, Andrew Biamonte kicking off for Pigeon Forge. Northview Academy with 3 guys deep. We're ready to go, and there's the kick. Short kick. Looks like it's fielded by Jared Jett. He's tackled on the 32-yard line.
Number 2, Eric Chandler with the return. First down, Cougars.
Actually, Eric Chandler, the return man for Northview Academy, and they'll start on their own 32-yard line with a 1st and 10. Tonight's 1st and 10 sponsor, Buddy's Barbecue. We just had a exquisite Buddy's Barbecue meal up here in the booth, as we do each week. Pigeon Forge coming out with 3 wide receivers to the right. Not a highly productive offensive team this season, Pigeon Forge, or excuse me, Northview Academy. They've scored 41 points in 3 region games, which is not a very good average. We'll pitch to the right, Joe Grindstaff.
Well, that right there was actually a good adjustment right there by Pigeon Forge right off the bat with the dummy count by Northview. They were outnumbered over here, and you could see the strong safety hurry and wave over a guy to get numbered up evenly with 3-on-3, and they went away.
It looks like we got a wide receiver. Yeah, it looks like they've adjusted their coverage, which is probably a good idea. Kind of looked like a route breakdown there, Jonathan. I mean, you know, first of all, one of those wide receivers was uncovered. Pigeon Forge realized it, but then it looked like the short guy didn't really run the right route. Yeah. Otherwise, the quarterback would have had an easy throw.
You could see by his demeanor when he's rolling out, he was kind of confused on where they were at. He was expecting somebody in a different spot, and they had 2 receivers side by side.
3rd down now, 3rd and 9 for Northview Academy. They have not been very productive in 3rd and long. Pigeon Forge spreads their defense out. Looks like a 2-deep coverage. Oh.
You know, that right there, that was actually, I like the play call. A little flood concept.
Right.
I like the play call a lot. The ball was just a little high, but that was still a catchable ball.
It was a catchable ball. I agree.
like his poise in the pocket there. It's not very often you see a quarterback wear number 21 though. So I'm having throwback days to the Heath Schuler days over at UT.
All right, so Northview Academy is going to have to punt right off the bat. Pigeon Forge gets the 3 and out. Pretty good kick, not bad. Pigeon Forge fields it on their own 35. Preston Hickerson with the return. And that'll give Pigeon Forge the football at their own 37-yard line. They'll have a Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10. Pigeon Forge also not very productive. In fact, they've only scored 38 points on offense in their first 2 region games, which I guess is not too bad, about 19 points a game. A little more productive in their non-region games, as you might expect. Pigeon Forge 1-1 in the region. Northview Academy still looking for their first win in Region 2 play. I formation. Just a power run.
You know, from everything I've seen so far on the stat sheets, Pigeon Forge is going to do that a lot tonight.
Yes.
They're going to run the ball, and they're going to say, hey, you know what we do? We do it really well.
Right.
We're going to have to stop it. So look for a lot of running, and I do like how Northview's kind of balanced. They throw it about 13, 14 times a game. So it's kind of opposite offensive attacks right now.
Well, I've always said if you can run the ball effectively, it gives you so many other options.
It does.
I mean, and if you're able to do it, not everybody's able to do it. All right, so Pigeon Forge picks up about 4 on that one. It's 2nd down and 6. They come out in the I formation once again. 2 receivers, 1 left, 1 right. Colby Manis takes the toss, and Northview Academy reacts to it very well. Probably a loss of about a yard there, and that's going to bring up about a 3rd and 7. Nice night for football here at Northview Academy. Young school, only been around for about 5 years. Beautiful football field, beautiful facilities. 3rd down, about 7. Biamonte takes the ball, rolls out to his left, trying to get the 1st down. Looks like, depending upon where they mark it, he stepped out, though it looks like at about the 46. So he's going to be, well, yeah, he's going to be about a yard short, I would think. Let's see. See where they mark it. Yeah, now they're going to give him the 1st down. They're moving the chains. Certainly
well, it looks like there's a little bit of confusion.
Looks like there is some confusion,
the far referee signal, he kind of gave him a spot of 1st down.
Yeah.
The guys down here are saying 4th.
Yeah, it's got to be 4th down. I mean, he definitely was short of the spot. I think they moved the chains prematurely.
I mean, but to have a free rusher come through and make a play like that's an outstanding job of getting into 4th and short.
Right, right. So Pigeon Forge gambling a little bit here. I mean, you got a 4th and short from your own 46-yard line.
This tells you how much confidence they've got in their run game.
Yeah.
Because you know what they're doing right here.
Exactly.
I like the call this early in the game, though. I really do. I mean, you're coming out saying, I know what my guys do, and we do it well. We're going to go ahead and get this and extend this drive.
And you got kind of an offensive/defensive lineman in the backfield as your lead blocker. So, as a linebacker, you got to love this because you know where the ball's going.
Yeah, I'm really looking for Northview to have the linebackers really downhill.
You got to.
I mean, I'm almost crowding the line of scrimmage, getting in the A-gaps.
Exactly.
Standing 6 inches off the ball because you know what's coming.
Exactly.
You got to somehow get low, and, the old cliche, the low man's going to win.
Right. Well, you get your linemen to go low, and your linebackers come over the top and try to stop that play. I think they're still trying to figure out exactly where to spot this football. I think the chains moving was the inaccurate thing.
I think they kind of messed up because now if you look at the marker, it's a 1st down.
Yes, exactly.
So I don't know what's going on.
Well, I mean, the chain gang is usually parents, right? And first rule of holding the chains is never move the chains until the official gives you the signal to move the chains.
Well, exactly. But
you saw an official.
Well, he didn't signal 1st down, but where he was running up, they mark the ball and they run towards the middle.
Right.
He was 2 or 3 yards ahead of the chain.
Right.
And so I think that they kind of assumed.
Right.
But you can't really assume. But it looks like they got it fixed now, and now it's a whole yard.
It's a whole yard.
6 inches.
That's exactly right.
So in your mind, does this change the call?
I don't think it changes the call. I think you still have to go for it here. Oh, interesting play. See, that's where your linebackers have got to fill that hole a lot quicker than that.
Yeah, that one, I'm almost calling all-out blitz
and
telling my end man on the line, he'd say, hey, you've got contained for the quarterback boot. Everybody else, we're downhill.
Right.
I'm not even going to have a safety. He's up in the line of scrimmage as well.
So that's going to give Pigeon Forge another Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10. We have a moment here. I'll go over our sponsors for tonight's game. Pretty much the same lineup as we've had the first two weeks, but we want to make sure you know who they are. 1st and 10, Pigeon Forge at their own 49-yard line. Come out in a Wildcat type formation.
That's good penetration right there by number 20.
Give it off to Manis again. Good penetration, as you said, by Northview Academy.
I'm looking at the roster right here. Freshman 5'8", 175.
Yeah.
Pretty good size for that age.
Not a bad. That's exactly right.
That was playing with very good reckless abandonment.
Good play, puts Pigeon Forge at a loss of about 2, so that's going to bring up a 2nd and 12, balls at their own 47-yard line. Want to remind everybody our presenting sponsor tonight is Krispy Kreme Doughnuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge. We've already given out a bunch of Krispy Kreme Doughnuts in the stands. We've already eaten a bunch of them up here in the press box. Hot and ready. Look for the Hot Light daily, 6 a.m. to 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. to 10:30
They've got to
p.m.
get this playoff just in time with 1 second left. They broke the huddle late. A little confusion, but I mean, look at that. That's a great, great outcome from being really late out of the huddle.
And you know Northview Academy's coaches had to know this was what Pigeon Forge was going to do. Everybody looks at film, right?
Yep.
And it just seems like right now Pigeon Forge is doing a better job of saying we're going to control the line of scrimmage because the running back he didn't really encounter anybody till about 2 or 3 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and as an offensive line, that's what you want. They're doing their job right now to get him to the second level and then make somebody miss.
Same play, handed off again, good yardage, and he's going to pick up the first down before he's met pretty securely there by number 16 for Northview, Hunter Smith.
But if Pigeon Forge keeps doing what they're doing, the quarterback's going to get a lot of cardio in tonight because if you watch, he's been running to the sideline every play to get the play.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that in a long time.
I haven't either.
It's normally, even Georgia Tech with Paul Johnson and the triple option, they send the guy in.
Right.
He's going back and forth, so he's going to get his workout in tonight.
So Pigeon Forge converts from a 2nd and 12. They get the first down. They're at the Northview Academy 40-yard line. Quarterback takes the ball, quick slant. Nice play there. Quentin Profit on the receiving end of the pass by Andrew Biamonte. That's going to pick up about, let's see, it's going to be about a 4-yard completion maybe. Hunter Smith with the tackle again from his linebacker position for the Cougars of Northview Academy. 6:32 remaining in the first quarter. We got a penalty. Looks like an illegal substitution maybe.
Yeah, that's a big penalty to go from 2nd and 6 to 1st and 15. That can be a drive killer.
Right.
This play is very crucial to get back in manageable down and distance. So they need at least, honestly, 5, 6, 7 yards right here.
Well, it's up to Northview Academy to stop him now. You got to put him in 2nd and long. You can't let him get about 7 or 8 on this next play.
But look, they're outnumbered on the top. He's going to throw the flat right there. Exactly. It's the same thing as a bubble, and there's 8 yards.
Right.
I mean, that's a good job by Pigeon Forge coaches seeing what they've been doing when they've been going 3-by-1 formation, and they haven't adjusted to it yet.
Is that what you tell your quarterback? That route system, is he looking for that pass to be open, and if he doesn't see it, what does he do?
All right, so when he's coming out right there and he's rolling out, it's just a simple flood concept, as Northview ran earlier. Your first read instantly is find the flat defender. The way they've been playing is the corner. Corner got off, throw the flat, let him do what he does. Right. I mean, like I said, there's 8 yards. Now you're back in manageable down distance.
Exactly. 2nd and about 8.5, we'll call it.
And they're doing the exact same thing. They ran the exact same play other way. Ooh. Great ball, great catch.
Ooh, nice play.
And like I said, Pigeon Forge coaches, give them credit because they're going 3-by-1 now. Northview has not adjusted. They're going 2 defenders over 3 receivers. Pigeon Forge has the advantage.
Right.
So they've ran it back-to-back plays and gained, 25 yards on 2 plays.
Another another Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10, and Pigeon Forge with a nice drive now. They have the ball at the Cougar 22-yard line, 1st and 10. Biamonte on that play to Hickerson with a nice throw and catch. Back in the I formation now. He's going to give it off. Looks like he handed it off to Manis again. Manis seems to be the workhorse in the middle there.
I just can't get over the quarterback running to the sideline every time.
Yeah, he must be in pretty good shape. That's all I got to say.
But I do like what Pigeon Forge has been doing on offense so far. They've been a lot more balanced than I thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They really are. I didn't know that they were going to throw the ball as many times as they have on this first drive.
Right.
But they've been successful at it. They haven't just thrown it to throw it. They've actually completed the passes.
And play action would work out real well here, too. A little bubble, kind of a bubble screen. Nice play to Hickerson. He's going to score, and that's going to be a touchdown.
That right there all started with the 2 3-by-1 sets they went, and they didn't adjust.
Right.
Quarterback right there, that's a run play.
Right.
The quarterback saw it. That's an old school run pass option instead of the zone read. Now that I've been in systems before, what you do is if you've got your slot receiver and he's uncovered at 7 or 8 yards deep, throw him the little bubble. In our minds, it's just as good as a run play. Worst case scenario, you get 3-4 yards. Best case scenario, you break a tackle, you got a touchdown. What just happened?
Ryan McCroskey set up for the extra point. We have a flag on the play. Looks like we've got a offsides penalty against Northview. That'll be half the distance to the goal. So we'll try it again here, and it looks like maybe Pigeon Forge is thinking about going for 2 here. Let's see. And they are. So they're going to try to power it in the end zone.
They took the quarterback out, and they went complete wildcat.
And they got it.
With an offensive/defensive lineman in the backfield.
Oh, they called it no. That's amazing. I would love to see the replay. He looked like he was in the end zone to me.
It looked like he was almost a yard over.
Wow. Well, anyway, 6-0 Pigeon Forge, 4:50 left in the first quarter. Let's take a quick break on your high school sports game of the week.
So clean, so shiny, your car will look brand new at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash. Choose from a basic car wash to the manager special, or purchase a monthly pass where you can go once a day, every day for a month. The neon lights look so cool while your car gets a fantastic wash in just minutes. So, get the best car wash in town at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash, located on Wears Valley Road, right across from Clabough's Campground. Open 8 to 8.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want 1 or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
And we're back, your high school sports game of the week, 4:50 left, first quarter. We're at Northview Academy where the Pigeon Forge high school football team is up 6-0. Kickoff down the field by McCroskey, picked up by Northview Academy. Looks like the return man there was Caleb Cruz. He gets pretty good return yardage. Gets it out to about the 36-yard line. And Jonathan, you were saying during our break when we were talking that Northview Academy is going to have to make some major adjustments right here.
On defense, yes. Pigeon Forge coaches did a great job going 3-by-1 sets and seeing how they were not adjusting. And then that led into the touchdown, where they didn't adjust to the 2-by-2 set. So Northview on offense, they've got to get a drive going to keep their defense fresh, and it starts right now. They've got to get a good first down play.
All right, so they'll take over, 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Justin Howard, the quarterback for Northview Academy. Going to throw a quick bubble screen, and it's going to be incomplete.
Pass intended for number 5, Zach Petty, ball's incomplete. 2nd down, Cougars.
Well, you know, Pigeon Forge is probably, they're 4-2 overall. They actually have a chance at finishing 3rd in this region. Alcoa and Austin East, probably the class of the region. Kingston is 1-1 in the region as well. Pigeon Forge will play them in 2 weeks, so that'll be the game to decide who finishes 3rd more than likely. Howard keeps it on a kind of a zone read quarterback keep. He gets nothing, and it's going to be 3rd and 10. So Pigeon Forge getting it done now offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and see that play right there, they went 3-by-1 both times. They throw the bubble when they're covered up, and they don't throw the bubble when they had the numbers. So it's right now, you know, football's the ultimate chess match.
Right.
They're going to have to start guessing right a little more. I know it's early.
Right.
But you don't want to give Pigeon Forge the ball back this early with another 3 and out.
Right. So he did. They gave him a few yards. 3rd and about 7. Incomplete. Jonathan, are you a proponent? You know, a lot of teams, I don't know if it's done in high school a lot, but I would imagine it is some. You know, they script the first 25 plays and they say, okay, this is what we're going to run, and then we're going to see how does the defense react to it, and then we'll adjust later. Or are you more, hey, if you find something that's hot, that's working, let's stick with it?
Oh, so that's a good question. When I was in high school, we didn't script.
Okay.
We knew what the first play was going to be.
Right.
But then after that, our coach went off a field. But our game plan never changed because we ran what we ran and we ran it well. But in the college level, I am a big believer of scripting the first 15. But what a lot of people got to realize is the first 15 are all first down calls.
Right.
Most of them are not second down calls. They're, you know, you get off script after about the first 6 or 7 anyway, and then you try to get back to it because those are your favorite plays. So I do like them. I just wish if you're going to run them, you stay on script a little more.
Gotcha. So Northview Academy, with their second punt of the game, they've had 2 consecutive 3-and-outs. They're going to have to see if they're going to have to get something going offensively. They've touched the ball twice for 6 plays, and Pigeon Forge is already up and has the ball back at their own 30-yard line. I formation again. They're just going to run right at it. And that time, Northview Academy was ready.
There's number 20 again, the freshman.
Chase Kellaway, freshman linebacker. And that's how you play linebacker right there, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, he said, you know, that's about it. I know what's coming, and I'm going to shoot the gap, and I'm going to make a play.
They needed that on the last drive, 4th down.
Yes, they sure did. So that's what you want if you're a defensive coach from Northview Academy, because now Pigeon Forge in a second and about 13 from their own 27, and second and 13 from your 27, a lot different from at the other team's 40-yard line.
It definitely does change your game plan. There's not many second and 13 calls on your game plan sheet. Oh, he's going to try to go by him.
Good coverage. Good coverage.
Very, very good coverage.
Excellent coverage.
He used the sideline to his advantage. He used the 12th man, the one that's legal to use. that was very good coverage, though. And like I said, there's not many second and 13 play calls. So, in Pigeon Forge's coach's mind, why not take a shot?
Exactly.
See what can happen.
Exactly. And you got to give young Jonah Lawson. I say young Jonah Lawson. He's a senior, but still he's a young man. But that was beautiful coverage. He stayed with him. He turned his head at the right time. Excellent coverage by young Mr. Lawson. So now we've got a 3rd and 13 from their own 27. I would imagine Pigeon Forge probably won't do anything stupid as well as their defense is playing.
No, I mean, here most people expect a screen or a draw, but I would probably just say they're probably going to run the ball and just try to get out of here. Wait, they went back to the flood again.
Incomplete.
If you've looked at it, though, they've ran a version of the flood 4 times already.
Right.
One of them for a touchdown.
Right.
So you can tell right now when they're throwing the ball, they're going to go to a version of a sprint out, throw the flood, and try to hit the flat until they cover it.
All right, so Pigeon Forge will line up to punt. Biamonte, who's also the quarterback, will also line up to punt the football. Back for Northview Academy, Dakota Trent. First punt of the night for Pigeon Forge. And we have a timeout. While we have that timeout, let's go over our sponsors real quick. Buddy's Barbecue is one of our main sponsors. Sevierville, 705 Winfield Dunn Parkway across from Lowe's. Special events, office parties, family reunions, tailgating, birthdays, company picnics, weddings. They deliver for large orders and events, 865-428-5001. Clabough's Express Car Wash across from Clabough's Campground, 410 Wares Valley Road in Pigeon Forge, 865-740-4744. Special offer. If you present your receipt to one of the attendants from the game tonight with your name and number on it, you'll be entered into a drawing at the end of each month for 10 free car washes. Your high school sports game of the week will be replayed this coming Wednesday night, October 11th, or in fact, if you hear me speaking, it's already October 11th at 9 p.m. on Charter Channel 196. You can also see your high school sports in Knoxville on the Knox, Tri-City CW4. Everywhere. Your high school sports is everywhere. All right, so we got a 4th down and about 13. Biamonte back to punt. Trent in return formation. Actually, they've changed. Trent's back there along with Bryce Pincado. Pincado's going to let it go. Pigeon Forge will wait for it to stop rolling, and Northview Academy will start their 3rd possession on their own 27-yard line with about 2:48 left in the first quarter.
That right there, I mean, nobody around, you got to field that punt. That saves you another 12 yards.
Exactly, yeah.
Offense is kind of struggling a little bit. you got to field it, even if you just fall down.
Right.
Try to help out as much as you can, because now you can start around, the 35, 36-yard line rather than about 9 or 10 yards difference. But that's another first down.
Right. Exactly. It's 10 more yards that you don't have to get.
Exactly.
All right. So 1st and 10. Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. It's going to run that little zone read, and we're going to have a hold.
Hands the ball off to number 7, Joe Grindstaff.
As soon as you see that flag come from that umpire, you know exactly what the call is. Oh, it's a chop block, not a hold. All right.
He'll go against the Cougars.
I was in the green, so because the odds are with you on being a hold.
This is true. This is true. Usually it's a hold.
Yep.
You don't usually get the chop block call there, but either way, it's going to be a 10-yard penalty, and that's going to put Northview Academy in long down and distance. Actually, it's a 15-yard penalty. I take that back, so that's even worse.
That's that right now. That's a backbreaker.
Yeah.
If you're Northview, you know you got to try to get a first down, and now you're putting yourself in a even deeper hole.
And as they're not very proficient throwing the football, so it's going to be really difficult to pick up 25 yards in 3 plays if you can't throw the football very well. We'll see. Two deep safeties for Pigeon Forge. They're just going to run it. Quarterback's going to keep it. And nice hard run by Howard. Justin Howard with a very physical run. He's going to pick up, probably about maybe 7, 8 yards of that back. So it's going to put it at about call it 2nd and 17 from the 20-yard line.
I'll say it again. There's not many 2nd and 18 calls on the play sheet.
And not when you're at your own 20-yard line, especially. Looks like a blitz. Little bubble screen.
Little tunnel screen there.
Not bad. No gain, though.
Howard's pass complete to number 85, Caleb Cruz.
Now, you would think on that play, Jonathan, you're the offensive guy more than I am. When you catch the pass, when you make that first move inside that initial block, why not break it to the outside? Because when you're running back inside, isn't that where all the pursuit's coming from?
Yeah, and those are called tunnel screens for a reason, because they try to – your blockers are supposed to actually try to create you a tunnel.
Okay.
So you catch it – when you're catching it, you want to take 2 or 3 steps back where you're running and then get north and south, because it's like you're taking a right-hand turn – or left-hand turn in this instance to a into the tunnel.
Gotcha.
Your guys want to kick out, and then that wasn't perfected very well. So far, each team, though, to go back to this play, each team's running the flood concept a lot.
Right.
A go route with a deep out route or corner.
Right.
And for instance, and 4th and 1. I mean, I think you got to go for it here.
Well, you're only down by 6, though. But you're right. They're going to go for it.
They need to hurry and snap the ball.
And he's going to get it. 1st and 10 and more. Nice run by Howard.
You can see it so far. He's the heart and soul of their offense.
Right, he is.
How he plays, they play.
Right. Very physical run.
And I was about to say, right now, he's being the tough guy, which you like to see, especially out of your quarterback. But I like how they're going fast. Pigeon Forge is not set up. I mean, look, they've got 1 guy over 3 out here. So in my mind, I just pop up, throw a bubble screen. I mean, we're running the spread offense. There's always run pass option in some way, shape, or form. Right there, do exactly what Pigeon Forge did. Pop up, let him, throw it to him, let him make a play.
This is going to be about 2nd and 6 from midfield. There's about 13 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if they try to run another play or let the clock run out. Looks like they're going to run another play. It's a quick straight handoff right up the middle, and now the Cougars starting to get a little bit of a momentum. They pick up another first down. It's going to be another Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10 at the Pigeon Forge 42. That brings us to the end of the first quarter. Pigeon Forge 6, Northview Academy nothing. We'll be right back on your high school sports game of the week.
So clean, so shiny, your car will look brand new at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash. Choose from a basic car wash to the manager special, or purchase a monthly pass where you can go once a day, every day for a month. The neon lights look so cool while your car gets a fantastic wash in just minutes. So, get the best car wash in town at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash, located on Wears Valley Road, right across from Clabough's Campground. Open 8 to 8.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want one or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
Welcome back to the Your High School Sports Game of the Week. We're at Northview Academy High School where the Cougars trail Pigeon Forge 6-0 as we start the second quarter. Cougars will have the ball in the Pigeon Forge 42. They've got a little momentum. They had a 1st and 25 from their own 12, and they've already advanced past midfield. A little fake pitch by Howard. He's going to keep the ball, pick up good yardage, picks up another first down, and that's going to be a Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10, and that's going to put Northview Academy at the Pigeon Forge 30-yard line.
They're starting to get a little more momentum now. A little more rhythm in their offense, and you can tell by their upbeat. As soon as they get down, they're hopping up. They're not lollygagging around. So far it's been fun to watch them.
And another good run. This time Howard hands it off to looks like number 7, Joe Grindstaff, the senior running back, and it's going to be 2nd and about 4. All right.
See what he tried to do there, though? They were going to throw the uncovered bubble, but late Pigeon Forge got there.
Right.
It was a good job by Pigeon Forge, but I still think you can throw it because you've still got a blocker, and it's one-on-one outside of that with him trying to tackle him. I say go ahead and throw it.
Crucial play here, though. 3rd down, about 3. Ball is at the 29-yard line of Pigeon Forge, and you kind of get the feeling, even though it's early in the game, that if Northview Academy gets stopped here and cannot convert this first down, that it's going to really put them behind the 8 ball.
Well, I'm thinking personally it's 2-down territory.
Yes.
Or depending on their kicking situation. But for me, this early, I guess it doesn't matter. They got it either way.
It doesn't matter now. Oh, nice run. That was a nice run by Jacob Ware. And Jacob Ware is a freshman, 5'8", 175. So the Cougars pick up another nice first down. They'll have it 1st and 10 at the 10. Excuse me, 1st and 10 at the 15. They give it off to Ware again. Oh, nice run.
It was a good job with the cutting back door. Kind of a little sidestep. That's hard to teach.
That's funny. All right. Touchdown.
Read.
Yeah, nice read by Howard.
That's teach tape on how to read it. He held it to the last second.
Right.
That's hard to do. You can tell they've been running that play for a long time with him. That's very good.
Yeah, that was an excellent read. And he did most of the heavy lifting this whole drive.
He did. Like I said, you can tell he's the heart and soul of their offense. I mean, watch him come off the field. He's exhausted right now. But that's the way you should be after a long drive. Backed up, starting on a 1st and 25, and he drive the length of the field for a touchdown. And now that 2-point conversion might come back and bite him.
Yes, it might. You're exactly right. Josh Gomez lines up for the extra point. It's going to be blocked. To get on the ball. That's right.
What a jump to come off the edge.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't offsides.
He timed that up perfectly.
All right, so we're at 6-6. 10 minutes left, second quarter. Remember our sponsors, ladies and gentlemen. Krispy Kreme Donuts, our presenting sponsor. We got plenty of them in the booth. They melt in your mouth. The fans love them. We all love them. Buddy's Barbecue. Great food tonight. They've been feeding us. This is the 3rd week. I'll tell you, you cannot beat Buddy's Barbecue. Great barbecue sauce, potato salad, coleslaw, baked beans, cookies. I mean, I know you just want to run out right now and get some, but don't do that. Finish watching the game and then go get you some. Clabough's Express Car Wash. Remember, cars get dirty, especially when we don't have a lot of rain. Get out there and get your car washed. And remember, you can watch your high school sports 9 p.m. on Charter Channel 196. It's where you're watching it right now. So, Northview Academy ties it up. They take the ball from their own 12, drive about 88 yards after the chop block penalty, and they'll get ready to kick it off. Josh Gomez sets it on the tee at the 40-yard line. He's getting ready to kick it off to Pigeon Forge. They're going to have 2 guys deep. Looks like maybe Justin Howard, one of the guys deep. Excuse me, I take that back. Looks like maybe James Roberts. We'll get a better view of their numbers here as soon as we can. Preston Hickerson looks to be one of them. But anyway, it's a short kick. It's going to fall. We're going to have to get on the ball, and it looks like they got it. Northview Academy has it.
That right there is surprising. Kicked it right to the up back, and he didn't fair catch it.
Didn't even go. Yeah,
he didn't even go for it.
It almost like he got away from it. Like he just didn't want to be bothered with it.
But I love watching on the sidelines when kickers get really excited. It's
He's pretty excited, isn't he?
Oh, he should be from that. That was a perfect kick for what they wanted to do. Especially, I mean, Josh Gomez, give him credit. A senior, a 5'5", 125-pound kicker.
Right.
That's awesome to see.
All right, so let's see if Northview can capitalize on this fortunate break. They're going to give it straight up the gut to Joe Grindstaff. He's going to pick up about 4 yards, and that's going to put it at the 30-yard line. Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10 started at about the 33. Up tempo again from the Cougars. It's going to be a quick pitch to Grindstaff again. He's going to try to get the corner. Safety comes up and makes a nice play.
Yeah, great play by the safety.
That was a great
one.
play by Hickerson.
The same guy that blocked the extra point.
He's their all playing guy, all over the place guy.
He's got the touchdown. He's got a blocked extra point already, a couple tackles.
I think he's
all over
kicks
the field.
off. Yeah, I think he even actually kicks off sometimes. So yeah, he's all over the field. Great play by him, the safety. Howard tries to throw. He throws that little flat route, completes it to Zeb Petty for a first down. So that's going to be a 1st and 10, and Northview Academy is knocking at the door here.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see when both coaches or defensive coordinators, I guess I could say, are going to start taking away the flat routes.
Right.
Because both teams have been successful with them and trying to make them throw downfield a little more. Not many balls completed over 10 yards.
Howard's going to keep it again. He's going to pick up some pretty good yardage.
2nd down, Cougar. In on the tackle, number 37, Garrett Pittman.
So a nice pickup of about 7 on 1st down. That's going to make it 2nd down and about 3 from the Pigeon Forge 15. Northview Academy about ready to change the complexion of this game totally. Right up the gut. Nice run.
Great hard run.
Yeah.
Very hard. I mean, he did not look like a freshman right there.
No.
I mean, Jacob Ware, freshman at 5'8", 175. That was awesome. We got some very excited dads out here. I love it.
We sure do. I tell you. That's good.
Now, Ralph, for my question to you is, okay, so they score right now. Do you go for 2 to try to get back on track, or do you just kick the extra point?
I would kick the extra point. So Northview Academy scores. They go up 12-6 with 8:26 left. I would kick the extra point. I wouldn't go for 2 here, but that's just me. But it looks like I'm going to get overruled. Yep, they're going to go for 2. Something's burning. Did you turn the heat on? Oh, okay. All right.
I got cold.
Oh, okay. It's all right. That's fine. I just something's burning. But all right. So Northview Academy is going to try for 2. They're going to spread the field out. I bet you it's going to be a quarterback draw. What do you think, Jonathan?
He's going to be running the ball in some way, shape, or form.
Look at this!
Surprised me.
He's going to throw
the end zone.
Wide open.
That surprised me, though. I really. Oh, is there a flag on the play?
I don't see one.
But I'm surprised. I thought they were going to have him running. They only had 5 guys in the box. You've got 5 O-linemen and a running back.
Right.
Let your workhorse run. But I mean, you can't argue with the outcome.
No.
But we got a little roughing the passer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like I said, you can't argue with the outcome.
No.
But seeing that there's 5 guys in the box, and you've got 6 to block them with your workhorse at quarterback, I'd just say let's go with what's been working and run it up the gut.
And most of the time when you spread them out on the goal line like that and you have a running quarterback, that's what you expect to see.
Exactly.
But either way, Northview Academy capitalizes. They're going to take an 8-point lead, and all of a sudden this game that had Northview Academy with 2 3s and out and Pigeon Forge dominating the time of possession has completely switched around with the onside kick or what resulted in an onside kick, and now the Cougars have a 14-6 lead midway through the second quarter.
After the first drive of the game, I don't think, and myself included, and anybody over there on the Pigeon Forge sideline in the stands expected a 14-0 run by Northview. Their coaches saw something, and it's been working ever since. They've made a couple in-game adjustments. Nothing major, but they've ran the ball more effectively than they did on the first two drives. And so it kind of looks like they went away from the passing as much as they did on the first couple drives, trying to.
Yeah.
And it's worked. I mean, they've went, like they went on a long drive, starting with 1st and 25, get an onside kick, drive down and score, roughing the passer. Now they're kicking off from the opponent's 45. They couldn't have scripted this any better.
They couldn't have. You're exactly right. And I would even try another little pooch kick. I mean, you got nothing to lose. Even if they field it, they're still going to have pretty bad field position. But either way, 14-6. Josh Gomez lines up to kick. Pigeon Forge this time well prepared for any kind of short kicks. And Gomez is going to try another onside kick. And is he going to get it again? He might have got it again. Let's see.
The trickery.
A little trickeration. The question is, did he touch it before it went 10 yards? Let's see.
It was very close, but I don't know who they're going to get the ball to.
And
there is a flag on the field.
I think that's what they're going to call. I think the referee came in from the side and signaled that Northview Academy touched the ball before it went 10 yards. And that's going to be the call, I believe. Illegal touching against Northview Academy.
And one of the reasons why I love this level of football is there's no replay.
Right.
There's no going against what the referees say. It's what they see and it goes.
Right.
That's what makes it so pure. So, I mean, they feel they saw it. Now you got to ride with it if you're Northview and come out here and get a good defensive stand. But Pigeon Forge needs to get an offensive drive going.
They do. They really do. They need to take back the momentum that they had early in this football game.
If I'm them, I'm giving the ball to number 1. I'm going to go to my workhorse who's made plays on both sides of the ball and on special teams. A little fullback dive. You don't see those very often.
You don't.
Nice
call.
shiftiness.
Nice call by Pigeon Forge. Christian Ogle.
Christian Ogle. Last time I saw a fullback dive.
You don't see it very often, no. You don't see it very often in football anymore. You used to see it quite a bit, but not anymore.
In the Mike Allstott days.
Yeah, exactly. You don't see many Mike Allstotts anymore.
No, you don't. Or the Larry Zonkas.
Exactly.
I learned that one from my dad.
Yeah, the Zonk. All right, so that's a Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10 all the way out to the 46-yard line. And we've got an equipment, I don't want to say violation, but the player was sent off the field by the official for some reason or other.
So I see our great producer over here giving me the laugh when I mentioned Zonka.
Yeah.
I know my football.
The Zonk. All right, so this time Beaumonte's going to keep it himself. He's going to kick it to the outside and pick up at least 5 yards.
That was close to being a horse collar, too.
Yeah, it should have been. Andrew Beaumonte.
No, he's coming up. The quarterback's coming up limping a little bit from Pigeon Forge.
And he kind of awkwardly got hit there as he was falling down.
Yeah, he's it's almost like he's out of breath, or he landed wrong on his right shoulder or something.
Anyway, Pigeon Forge will have it 2nd down from exactly at midfield. 2nd and about, I want to say about 6. I formation. Fullback dive again. This time it goes to Jacob McCarter. And he's going to pick up 1st down.
Pigeon Forge, they're setting themselves up right now to do a little play action and send Preston Hickerson right up the seam, because Northview's not been playing with a safety the past couple drives. They know they're run heavy. They're playing about 7 or 8 yards, which is ideal to get your playmaker deep. So personally, I would look for maybe a shot deep from the inside slot in a little bit from Pigeon Forge.
Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10 from the Northview Academy 44. Monte's going to keep it himself right up the gut, barely touched until he got to deep in the linebacker level. A.J. Nell. So another 1st and 10, another Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10, and Pigeon Forge now reestablishing their ground game, taking back a little bit of the momentum that they lost to Northview Academy. They'll have it 1st and 10 from the 33 of the Cougars. I formation again. Another fullback dive.
3 on the same drive.
3 on the same drive. Well, obviously,
awesome.
Either they have an offensive lineman that's dominating a matchup there, or they see something that Northview Academy is not doing correctly. And I see a defensive lineman coming out of the game, so there must be some sort of a matchup problem there.
There's got to be, because the safety, that was the first play in a couple of plays that they played with the true safety.
Right.
As soon as the ball was snapped, he was straight downhill.
Right.
Right into the linebacker level. So, like you said, obviously Pigeon Forge sees something up front with a matchup. But if you notice, like I said, look at the safety. He's about 5 yards deep, and you're playing over number 1.
They did it again. Same play.
They've got the ability. They've ran the flood concept a few times, where that from the slot receiver, that's just a deep out or a corner out. You can call them both. I know, in high school for us, when we saw that, we'd go a corner post. We'd do the same exact play, but just tell the slot receiver, go to the corner for just a minute, and then go straight to the post, double move for a big shot play. I think this is a little too close to call it, but that's an option for Pigeon Forge the way that Northview's been playing.
3rd down, about a long 3. Little quick screen.
Perfect play call by Pigeon Forge into a blitz.
Right.
You always want to throw into the blitz.
Right.
It's making another guy replace a lot farther. They couldn't have drawn that up any better, and I don't know if it was the quarterback seeing it or if it was a call, but it was the perfect play call on 3rd and short.
Yeah, usually usually if you're blitzing, you're going to have some sort of man coverage.
At this level.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So therefore, you're exactly right. That's
you're taking
play
your
call.
Safety out of position to try to cover your best receiver.
Right.
From a good distance away.
Right.
Because you're obviously trying to disguise it. Like I said, for 3rd and short, they couldn't have drawn that up any better.
Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10 at the Northview Academy 14. Pigeon Forge tries to get to the outside. They do. See if they get in the end zone, just short.
Oh, about the 1 yard line, it looks like.
It's going to be just about a half-yard short.
It was great effort by the running back right there.
Yes, it
was. Good job blocking on the edge, though.
1st down, Tigers.
Hunter Smith with the play by Northview Academy from his linebacker position. But either way, Pigeon Forge gets it all the way down to about the 1 yard line. They're going to have a 1st and goal at the 1.
I know if I'm Northview, I'm thinking fullback dive.
Yeah, I would.
They've ran it 4 times this drive.
In fact, if I'm Pigeon Forge, I wouldn't go anywhere but straight ahead.
Exactly.
Quarterback sneak, maybe? Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
The old Tom Brady.
Yeah, exactly.
Baiamonte with the key.
So Baiamonte wants it a little bit more than the defense did. He gets the touchdown. It's going to make it 14-12.
So they're obviously going to go for 2 here.
I would say,
try to get momentum back on their side.
Right.
For what's happened against them on defense.
Right.
That was a very good drive to answer, to let them know we're here to play.
Right, and it gives your defense a little bit of rest because they were kind of in shock mode there for a while. So now you give them a little bit of a break, get them to go over some tendencies and some adjustments, and you close the gap. 4:29.
I can pretty much bet on it that at halftime, Pigeon Forge coaches are going to be talking about how to defend the onside kick for the second half.
Power I formation. He's going to go straight under the power, and he's going to score. Beautifully designed play. Baiamonte hands it to Manus. 2 power I formation blockers in front of him. 2-point conversion is good, and at 4:29 to go, second quarter, we're right where we started. All knotted up. 14-14, Pigeon Forge and Northview Academy. We'll be right back on your high school sports game of the week.
Just look at all those freshly made Krispy Kreme donuts. I'm sure it makes you want 1 or a dozen right now. So come visit our locally owned and operated Krispy Kreme donuts in Pigeon Forge. Our Krispy Kreme donuts are made fresh daily, our service is fast and friendly, and the taste will put a smile on anyone's face. Krispy Kreme is a fundraising favorite, so call us today to help support your school or community fundraising efforts. Our delivery truck is there when you need us. Krispy Kreme Donuts on the Parkway in Pigeon Forge.
So clean, so shiny, your car will look brand new at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash. Choose from a basic car wash to the manager special, or purchase a monthly pass where you can go once a day, every day for a month. The neon lights look so cool while your car gets a fantastic wash in just minutes. So, get the best car wash in town at Clabough's Express Shine Car Wash, located on Wears Valley Road, right across from Clabough's Campground. Open 8 to 8.
And we're back, your high school sports game of the week. A little bit of excitement on the kick return. Nice play there. Caleb Cruz, nice return. He runs sideways, but still picks up about 15 to 20 yards. Cougars are going to have it 1st and 10, a Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10. And they're going to start out at their own 33-yard line. Fairly good field position. And a chance with 4:20 left in the first half to see if they can put some points on the board and go into the locker room with the lead. Justin Howard, quarterback, has done most of the heavy lifting on these last 2 drives. Him and A.J. Nell. It's like a little bubble screen. And it's going to get, he is gone.
Better to the boundary.
Yeah, he is gone.
So this takes me back to our timeout conversation after the last tunnel screen.
Right.
They're so much easier to execute into the boundary because your offensive linemen have to cover much less ground. It puts them in a better position. It lets your quarterback get the ball out more accurately, and look at the result. That was teach tape. It's complete opposite of what happened to when they threw to the field. So the coaches obviously saw it, said let's go to the boundary, and we said it during the break. This has been a game of answering.
Yes, it has.
They just answered a long drive with a 1-play touchdown. Couldn't draw it any better, so now we got to see what Pigeon Forge does.
Josh Gomez lines up for the extra point. The kick is up, and it's good. So, it only took Northview Academy 13 seconds to answer. They take the lead 21-14, and I'll tell you, Northview Academy seems to have just like the light has gone on. They've seemed to, either it's adjustments or something, but they were anemic the first 2 times they touched the football.
First 2 drives, they didn't. It's almost like they didn't want to be here.
Right.
Obviously, not literally.
Right.
They didn't play with a lot of enthusiasm, and for some reason, something happened, and you can see the quarterback on the sideline. He is the heart and soul of this team. It's very easily to see. Something clicked in him with either the adjustments that the coaches made or just him personally, and they've came to life. They've had about 4 or 5 good drives in a row, a couple of them for touchdowns. Their defense is starting to pick it up now. Pigeon Forge, now they're not deflated, but they're starting to feel, well, we can get a long answering drive and they come back with 1 play. So it puts a lot of pressure on the offense right now to come back with a good drive, keep the ball, try to get some points right before half.
Yeah, and you almost get the feeling that had Pigeon Forge gone ahead and kicked the extra point there on that first try, and then they got another 3 and out. If they could have not gone backwards on that second drive, I mean, they had control of this game. I mean,
they did.
Not
from
only
very early.
Yeah, from a scheme standpoint and from a emotional standpoint, and all of a sudden now they're in a dogfight. I mean, we've got us a game on our hands.
Look at this. You can tell they're ready for an onside kick. They put their quarterback on the front line.
Yeah, they're ready again. Another pooch kick. This time they're ready. Fair catch.
He did the right thing this time, unlike the first time. But that's a good adjustment by the coaches by saying if it's kicked to you, fair catch it, keep the ball in our hands.
Jacob McCarter with the fair catch. Pigeon Forge is going to take over at their own 30-yard line. 1st and 10, a Buddy's Barbecue 1st and 10. Excuse me, their own 29-yard line. And we'll see what they can do with 4:07 left in the second quarter. Pigeon Forge comes out and 2 backs in the backfield, 2 receivers to the left. Going to run a straight little zone read handoff and pick up pretty good yardage on that play. And I think if you're Pigeon Forge here, you'd like to maybe control this clock, bring it down Bring it down under about a minute and see if you can get it in the end zone. Pickup of about 5. It's going to bring up 2nd and 5 from the 34. Clock on the move, 3:41 and counting.